The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the participants and do not reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
BronxNet. Your voice, your views, your vision.
And good morning, everybody, and welcome to Open, the one and only show that opens up the Bronx and the world to you. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS, your number one source for R&B. We got a great show lined up for you today right here on Channel 67's Open. Coming up on today's show, we'll sit down with the CEO of Ordinary Sports and find out how he's using technology to connect sports enthusiasts in our community. And plus, we'll learn about an organization that's using they're using this platform to revolutionize the way we eat. We'll let you know about that. And we'll take a good look at a special tribute concert coming up combining music and mental health awareness. Very important. After that, we'll get a preview of an R&B event you won't want to miss. And finally, our Music Monday stage features the smooth, soulful sounds of singer-songwriter O'Dane Wilby. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this with a whole lot more. Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee, and you are watching Open, the only live and interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. Sweet. We've got a great show lined up for you today, but first, let's check in with our resident DJ, Ray Charles. Vince Bracey. Where's your Ray Charles glasses?
Ray Charles, I'm over here.
How are you, man?
The diggity Dr.
How you
Bob
feeling?
Lee. Happy Monday. How you doing today,
Happy
sir?
Monday to you, too.
All right.
Everything's good. Had a good weekend?
Yeah, had a great weekend. Got to, get outside, enjoy myself.
Before we get started, I would like to thank everybody who participated in the Make the Grade Foundation's golf outing at Van Cortlandt Park. Our board members, our sponsors, our volunteers, everybody who came down to golf, WBLS, MCU,
Nice.
all of our sponsors. And thank you. Can't thank you enough. Denise Rogers, Elaine Edmonds, Anthony Harmon, Debbie Jackson, Ann Tripp. And if you keep going with these names, you're going to leave somebody out. But Mike Nobby, they came down, they videotaped the whole thing. He plays, too. You should see him.
Does he
play.
really?
Yeah, he got into it. So we're looking forward to the gala the third week before Thanksgiving.
All right.
On a Thursday, I think it's the 20th.
I got to make sure I come out to one.
Oh,
of these.
yeah.
I got to make the grade
I keep
one
telling
day.
you about it. And it's really, really nice. But we do this because we are passionate about, helping students and helping others get what they need out of life. Mm-hmm. And we build radio stations. We have our shadow programs and all of these wonderful things, mentoring.
Right.
And we're interested in helping students get to that next level, helping them to make the grade.
Make the grade.
So a lot of people are celebrating birthdays today.
Yes, I got some birthdays. I got Michael Phelps is 29 years old today. Mike Tyson, the champ. He's 48 years old. Fantasia is 30 years old, and David Allen Greer is 58 years old today.
Stanley Clark.
Stanley Clark?
Yeah, the jazz pianist. A guitarist.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 63. And the late, great Lena Horne was born on this day.
Lena Horne was born today. Oh, my
along
goodness.
with Susan Haywood.
Wow,
they weren't born together, but
you got all the old school musician names. You got all the.
Well, you got to throw them in there, too, because we got to have somebody. You got to know where you've been, know where you are, and know where you're going. So you look to the history points, and you look for people to look up to.
Sankofa.
I understand. Step on over here. Give Vince Bracey a big round of applause, everybody. All right, our first guest is the CEO of Ordinary Sports and joins us today to share how this unique APP, it's an app, it's connecting sports fans around the community. We welcome James Arick to the studio. James.
Hello, nice to meet you.
First time?
Yes.
All right, you're in there. Give him a big round of applause, everybody. James is in the house. Okay. He's going to initiate you after you get off the set, when we go into a commercial. This thing it doesn't hurt or anything. But it's something that you have to go through that may hurt. I don't know. So tell us all about what you do. What is Ordinary Sports, this app that you
All right. Ordinary Sports is a real-time sports platform that allows members to create, join, and share local basketball games, football, soccer, and volleyball games around New York City in real time. So if you want to play basketball, you just whip out the app and it lets you know where people are exactly playing and what type of game it is.
That's beautiful. And you started this when?
Last year, me and my cousin was playing basketball, and he was like, "Hey James, how come we don't have an app where you can actually know where the people are playing at?" So I was like, "All right," and I sat down and just built it out.
Well, how far can you go with that app though? So you can actually have that app on your phone.
Yes.
And then find out where you want to go play ball, or how does it work again?
All right. So suppose you just wake up one morning, right? Right, and you're like, I want to play basketball today, right? So you open the app, and it shows you where all the active basketball games are.
Right.
So you click on it, people need players, all right, I want to join this game, and then people will wait for you to come play.
Look at that. Check it out. So you don't have to be there and say, "Hi, I got next."
Exactly.
You can do it before you get there. I like that. So you can check out, you got all the information from the parks departments and all that stuff on that app. Beautiful. What are some of the other features on that app?
Well, it lets you subscribe to players. So suppose you got a best friend, right? And he creates a game, right? It'll let you know automatically, hey, your friend just created a game. Do you want to join? So it keeps you in the loop. And also, if there's a bunch of games lined up, it lets you know who actually has next too. So it's pretty cool. Yeah,
and you know what? You can find. You're talking about 5 players playing full court, right?
Yes, it breaks it down by game type. So if you only want to play 3-on-3, it lets you know like this game right here is for 3-on-3.
3-on-3s.
So if you want to play 2-on-2 all around the world, it lets you know. It breaks it down inside the app.
And you can also find like the best players. You can match up with somebody, get a couple of partners. Say, hey,
exactly. That's the plan for the future.
Yeah, if you want to throw down some Monopoly dough or something like that.
No gambling, no gambling.
All right, for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, for hot dogs, for hamburgers.
Whatever you want.
All right, so how far do you want to go with this? What do you want to do? What's next for it? What do you want to add to it?
I want to add the rest of the sports, because right now it's 5 sports currently supported, but I want to add handball. I already have the data. I want to add like more hockey, lacrosse, all types of sports. And then I want to branch out, because right now it's only for New York City, because I have the information, but I want to do the whole U.S.
Football?
Yes, the whole U.S.
The real football?
Well, it's football and soccer.
Oh,
so,
right.
Yeah.
They don't call it soccer anywhere else but here.
That's true.
So, but yeah, you have all those wonderful things. And handball is big, too. You see a lot of Parks Department.
Yeah, so we have all that information. I just have to import it, so.
That's good. All right. And what devices does it work on? It works on the iPhone?
Yes, currently it works on iPhone and Android. I'm going to support Windows Phone soon, very soon, is in the works. So those are the 3 devices right now, all the major ones.
So you build apps all over the place, huh?
Yes.
So this is your first one?
No, it's actually my second app.
What else do you have out?
I built the Missing Kids app so people could find
that's wonderful. I
where
like
missing kids are around the whole U.S.
Wow,
so.
That's big. That's big right there. That's big. Let me see. How can we get more involved in that missing? I can put it on my phone, right?
Yeah.
Now, everybody watching should put that app on their phone. How do we get it? What do we do?
If you go to the Google Play Store, right? Right now it's only for Android. I didn't have time to do iPhone because I got caught up in the ordinary sports. But if you go to the Android app market, if you Google Missing Kids Android, it should pop up. It's like a little kid and there's a question mark and it's in black and red.
I like that. Okay. Well, make sure you make one for my iPhone too.
I will.
Right?
I'll do that.
But we'll do the ordinary sports. What are the benefits of being an ordinary sports member?
Well, it addresses the big problem. Like, since I was playing basketball at the age of 6, I always had to walk around and find where people are playing at. So now that we have smartphones and stuff, ordinary sports make it that much easier. So now you just whip out your phone and you know where exactly people are playing. So if it's like a lot of people on one court and you're like, I want to start my own game, you know this court is blocked. You can go to this court. Yeah. So there's over like 500 courts loaded inside the system, so you can just pick and choose.
So when you're ready to get busy, just whip it out.
Exactly.
That's how you do that. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. And this is regional? Wait, this goes nationwide or
this is for New York City right now. It's like a pilot. So once we get more momentum, we can do New Jersey.
This is beta?
Similar, yeah. It's beta. So once we get New York City, right, we can have like tournaments and stuff, like have like global tournaments in the U.S. So
I like that. I like that. I'll match myself up with 4 of the hard playing people, you know, so I can just take my set shots. or occasional layup. I don't have to run so hard, but I'll match myself up with some people who know how to run hard.
I'll play against you on that.
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. You can play without playing?
No. Well, what do you mean?
That's another thing. You can play on...
Oh, you're talking about actually playing?
Yeah, without physically being there.
Then we need robots and
That's
androids.
that's another thing.
Yeah.
If you don't want to leave your home, here you can play this way too. That's an option. I don't know.
All right,
Very
thank
good. Give him a big round of applause, everybody. James Irick, you have a website?
Yes, if you go to ordinarysports.com, it should pop up.
There you go. James Irick, ordinarysports.com, the CEO. Let him hear you, let him feel you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, James. We got to take a quick break right here, but coming up next, we'll take a good look at a moment to revolutionize the way we eat. But first, the Five Boroughs Story Project held an event exploring the history of the Bronx and Pole Park, all those wonderful places. BronxNet correspondent Isa Rivera, she was on location. She's great, too. Here's her story.
Whenever I have an opportunity to read in the Bronx, to be in the Bronx, to do art in the Bronx, it's always like a special thrill.
We're here in Poe Park for a storytelling and music festival. Let's check it out. Back in the day is part of a Five Boroughs Story project created by Bridget Bartolini. This project is dedicated to bringing neighborhoods together through arts and music.
The Five Boroughs Story Project is a program that I started to produce community events where people showcase stories, poetry, music, and other art that's inspired by their neighborhoods.
The author of the novel Chulito and co-founder of the Bronx Academy of Arts, Charles Rice Gonzalez, hosted the event and reminisced about growing up in the Bronx.
I was always fascinated by Edgar Allan Poe's cottage because it's this tiny little cottage that looks like out of place. And for me, I always imagined like who lived in there.
Bronx Borough historian and author Lloyd Olton shared the rich history of the Edgar Allan Poe cottage.
The Edgar Allan Poe cottage was a little bit of peril. We saved the cottage, erected a fence around it to protect it.
People from all over the city explored everything that is Poe Park through storytelling, songs, and dance, all dedicated to the legend of Edgar Allan Poe.
It's really cool to see who they are and see how this community has helped create that. And that's inspiring.
They even offered an open mic so that guests could also share their stories and talents with their fellow New Yorkers.
So this was 4th of July back in the early 80s. I lived on 198th Street in the Grand Concourse.
Many Bronxites came out and made this one summer solstice they will never forget. For BronxNet, this is Isa Marie Cervera.
Hi, this is Jeff Fox for 107.5 WBLS. And when I get off the radio, I check out my man, the Dr. Bob Lee. It's open on BronxNet. I never miss it.
And welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, the Dr. Bob Lee. Food fight! Food fight! When you hear that, you know what happens, right? But this is something special. Food fight, it works to revolutionize the way we eat. And joining us to share more about the organization and their work to help us keep us healthy is the executive director and co-founder Carolyn Cohen, who welcome you to the show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Great to be
How'd
here.
you come up with this name, Food Fight? I mean, Food Fight seems so fun, especially
Yeah.
when you're junior high school or high school. You know.
It's fun. It
Yeah.
opens doors, and we take our name seriously.
Mhm.
We see this as a real fight to educate people about what they're eating and to think differently about the choices they're making when they buy food and eat and shop.
Yeah, so we're not throwing food, we're throwing awareness and
Yes.
education.
I like that, yes.
So how did you start this?
I was a teacher for a long time in Manhattan at
Uh-huh.
ICE and the Institute for Collaborative Education, and I watched the current health crisis, wreak havoc every day on my students. They came to school with their bags of chips and soda and would eat Big Macs for lunch and KFC for dinner, and I just saw the effects it was having on their ability to focus, on their ability to succeed in school. Some of my smartest students just plagued with chronic health problems, and I realized how little education there was around this issue.
And you still see it today.
And I still see it today.
But so it wasn't a thing where you witnessed a big food fight in the auditorium or in the cafeteria.
I started one.
You started one. And then you said, you know
but,
what? I'm going to turn the negative into a positive, and you come up with an idea like this.
Yeah, and no one likes to feel manipulated, and when we talk about how advertising and marketing shape what we eat and buy, people start thinking differently. When we talk about how food policies affect our well-being. You know, people start paying attention to who's voting on which bills and how they're voting.
Yes.
When we talk about how diets don't work, I mean, these are all the kinds of things that we bring to our workshops with students and parents and teachers in schools around the city.
You educate them about the processed foods and all of that?
Yes,
Yeah.
we educate them about processed foods, about healthy foods that they should be eating, about how they are targeted. We do a lot of work in the Bronx in schools by the advertising and junk food industry, and how they can resist the lure of these advertisements and make different choices.
What is your method for educating people on health problems?
Well, we know that telling grown-ups just to eat more fruits and vegetables doesn't work, right? I mean, we all know, right, that we should be eating more fruits and vegetables.
Right.
And we have seen that taking a step back and looking at some of the larger issues around what our food environment looks like and how it got there, addressing head-on the social, the economic, and the political underpinnings of the food environment really do get people to think differently about themselves as consumers and ways that they can make really different choices. We show people how to stretch their shopping dollars in the supermarket. You know, we hear over and over how it's more expensive to eat healthfully, and it's true. You have to know what you're doing. So we show people how to do that. And how to think differently when they're in the supermarket, how to avoid the consumer traps that get us all. And
Because
eat
it's
healthier.
tough. I mean, with all the vending machines out there, with the foods that we eat for taste and not for health, it's very tough.
And we become addicted to that taste.
Yeah.
You know, we really crave that taste. I was one of those people. You know,
Yeah,
I was
I
not a
agree.
paragon of health either as a teacher. You know, it's really hard. You're busy, you're working, and you have to make a conscious choice and value the time that it takes to cook and to eat healthy foods.
So instead of eating for taste, where you have no real nutrients, you got to eat for health.
Well,
it's like if you have a car and don't put gas in it, it won't run.
Exactly. But the amazing thing is to see how quickly your palate can change.
Yeah.
You know, with a little education, and you eat differently for a week, and suddenly you don't crave as much salt, you don't crave as much sugar, you don't crave all of the things that you're used to eating.
And everything works better.
And yeah, exactly.
So you have a group of people that are working with you, right?
Yeah.
You are the co-founder?
I'm the
Who's
co-founder,
with you?
and I have a colleague, my co-founder Deb Lewison Grant, and
Shout out.
and we are hosting a conference in the Bronx on Wednesday for over 200 teachers from around New York City who are gathering at Montefiore Hospital and to address some of these issues head on, because we really see the unique role teachers can play as role models around the issues of health and wellness for their students.
Wonderful.
Right? You know, if a teacher plunks a big gulp down on his or her desk, that sends one message, and if he or she talks about drinking water and how important that is, that can send a really different message.
So I mean, what better way to do it than within the school? And then we have to also tackle the parents too.
Right. Yeah. So we have
and
had
the homes.
Incredibly successful workshops with parents who are craving this information. You know, I hear all the time, how come nobody taught us these things? No, how come we don't know these things? And that's how I felt when I learned about these things as a teacher. And I feel the way many of them feel, like we need to get this word out and this kind of education out. So that's what we're doing, is trying to create a national model for nutrition education and food literacy.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Got to create that awareness. So the big thing that you're having is Wednesday at Montefiore Hospital?
Yes.
In the auditorium? Or
Yes.
where's it going to be?
Yes, at the Tishman Learning Center.
Tishman Learning Center. All right. What time does it start?
It starts from 9:30 to 3.
Oh, great.
So
All
any
right.
New York City teacher is welcome to join us, and it's free of charge. So New York City, Bronx, all the boroughs.
Come on down. They're giving out stipends of $100 to $1,000. Make sure you get there. And they'll teach you a whole lot about healthy eating, healthy living. I'm kidding about the stipend.
Yeah.
Kidding.
We have a great lineup of teachers and speakers from the fields of health and nutrition and sustainability and food politics.
That's wonderful. So is there a website that we can go to find out more?
Yeah, www.foodfight.org.
Food Fight. Thank you so much. Give her a big round of applause, everybody. Carolyn Cohen, co-founder, Food Fight.
Thank you.
And it's going to be one more time. Give us one more time. Montefiore Hospital.
Montefiore Hospital, 9:30 to 3.
Wednesday,
July 2nd.
There you go. Thank you so much, Carolyn.
Thank you.
We've got to take a
Great
short
to be
break,
here.
but when we come up next, we'll take a good look at an event that will leave you empowered. Stay tuned. Cameras are not there, but we're here. Hey, how are you, everybody? Welcome back. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee. And next is our guest, a wonderful guest, a singer-songwriter and a mental health advocate. She's here today to join us and share more about her work in the community and upcoming tribute concert. We welcome Queen Diva to the studio. Give her a big round of applause, Vince. Indeed. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So you've been doing a lot of wonderful things in our community for some time now. Can you share a little bit about this upcoming tribute concert?
Oh, this is near and dear to my heart. I am doing a tribute to Phyllis Hyman.
Oh!
Yes, it's going to be July 6th at the Metropolitan.
Wait, hold on. Bring up that picture of me and Phyllis Hyman way back in the day. It's on Dr. Bob Lee Facebook. It's a beautiful picture.
Is it really?
But go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Why Phyllis Hyman?
She was one of my biggest musical influences. And I've always just been attached to her. People always told me I look like her, I sound like her. I did research on her, and it was just something I just felt I needed to do. This year, she would have been 64.
Yeah,
yes.
And it was so sad. Where was I? I was somewhere.
Actually,
she
today.
Passed away.
Today, June 30th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was hosting something, and the word came across, and I just cried on stage.
Wow.
But I remember, I don't know if you was at this particular concert that she was performing at. Vaughn Harper was the host. He was a guy who did the Quiet Storm on WBLS.
Yeah.
She went out there and picked Vaughn Harper. You know, she was very strong.
Oh, very
She
big.
picked Vaughn Harper up, and Vaughn is about 6'4", 6'5".
Oh, my.
And he must have been about 250 at least. She picked him up. His feet were dangling on stage. It's like, oh, wow, look at her. And everybody. But she was a beautiful person. I love her to death, and I miss her.
Yes. That was another reason why I wanted to do it, because so many of her fans are still mourning her death 19 years later.
Mm-hmm.
And what I researched, I found that she had mental illness.
Yes.
She had bipolar disorder.
Mhm.
And at the time, they didn't have the medicines that they have today, didn't have the support groups that they have today.
Yeah.
And her family and her friends didn't really know how to help her. And so she was searching in drugs and alcohol, and and she just couldn't find an answer.
She couldn't find herself.
And so suicide was her result.
Mm-hmm.
And what I want to share with her fans is that she felt that was the only way that could give her peace.
Yeah.
And because that was her choice, a lot of people felt she did that to them. And it wasn't so much she was thinking about others, it was more in her mind.
She was trying to get herself
She was
together.
trying to get peace.
Couldn't make it connect.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are dealing with that. They're going through that right now.
Exactly. So that's why it's wonderful that they have the Mental Health Association in New York City, and they have American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. We have these kind of organizations that people can go to, get the information they need, friends and family, support people who have mental illness, because if you leave them for themselves, this is the end result.
Yeah, yeah. And, a lot of people commit suicide, and you always wonder, why would they take the only life that they're ever going to have?
A lot of
because
times
there's some things going on
it's
that we
things
don't
in
know
their
about.
minds, and they think that is the only way that they will get peace. And it's not. But because you have all those things going on in your head, that's what you believe. You believe the lie, basically. Yeah.
So what is the message? What is the message you would like to send here? What do you want people to learn about what you're doing?
Well, I want them to learn, especially about Phyllis, that she loved her fans. She loved music. She loved singing. The issue with her was more so her mental illness. I don't want people to continue to keep mourning and not knowing, because a lot of people didn't know. They didn't know that she had mental illness. She didn't talk about it much. Even the people closest to her really didn't know what was going on. So that's the one thing I really want them to understand about this tribute. We're going to celebrate her life. It's on her birthday. We're celebrating her music and her legacy. I'm singing my favorite songs by her. And I want them to just walk away happy and blessed.
'Cause I'm happy. Clap up. I thought you were going to drop it, Vince. That was the cue right there. So you've been singing for a while. You have a background Jamaican. You were born in Jamaica, Queens, but you have a Caribbean background. Is it Jamaica?
Barbados.
Barbados. You're Bajan. My Bajan queen is in the house. And you sing.
I sing. That is my love. That is my passion.
I sing
that is my gift.
because I'm happy. Can you give us one real quick?
A little bit of Phyllis, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Sing. There's a spark of magic in your eyes. Candyland appears each time you smile. Never thought that fairy tales came true.
This is a slow dancer. Go ahead.
But they come true when I'm near you. You're a genie in disguise.
That's called the dip. I like it. Go ahead.
Full of wonder and surprise and
bet you by golly, wow, you're the only
that
one
I'm waiting for
forever.
That's it.
And what's the next verse?
And ever will my love for you keep growing strong. Oh, keep growing strong.
You like that? Give her a big round of applause, everybody. Yes, indeed. So what you're doing is going to take place where and when?
The Metropolitan
and how?
Room is West 34th at 22nd Street. It is right on the corner of 6th Avenue and 22nd Street. And it's going to start promptly at 7, and we're going to be done at 8. And it's going to be awesome. I really want to invite everyone listening to please come out.
So get there early. If it starts at 7 and ends at 8.
Yeah, you got to be there
Make
for
sure you get
6:15
there
to get your seat. Please go online to metropolitanroom.com. Look under the browser, put in Queen Diva. You'll find my face.
Sunday, July 6th, Strength of a Woman.
Please.
Phyllis Hyman tribute. Beautiful. That's 34 West 22nd Street, the Metropolitan Room.
Yes.
Yes. So everybody come on down there.
Please.
And you've been traveling now. What's happening after this?
Well, actually, after this, I'm going to be preparing for the Bronx Fashion Week. That's coming up in September. And I'm also looking to do New Jersey Fashion Week. I'm a singer-songwriter, so I'm going to be singing original music. So I'd love to come back and do that when that gets closer to time.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, another note. You're going to be a part of, Bronx Fashion Week. What date is that? That's in September?
It's September. I believe it's September 6th for Bronx Fashion Week. But you can find out if you go to their website, bronxfashionweek.com, I believe.
Beautiful. Give him a big round of applause, everybody. The beautiful Queen Diva, singer-songwriter, mental health advocate. She's having her big thing on Sunday,
July 6th at 7 p.m. at the Metropolitan Room.
There you go, right there in the city. And for more information, is there a number that we can call?
There is, I don't know it off the top of my head, I'm sorry.
What's the website?
But if you go to metropolitanroom.com and then just go into the browser and click in my name, Queen, Queendiva, you'll find my date, July 6th, and you can buy your ticket.
There you go. Queen Diva, ladies and gentlemen, doing Phyllis Hyman. Yay. We love her. All right, Queen, thank you so much. We've got to take a quick break right here, but up next we'll find out about an exciting First Friday celebration. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Rena Valentin, your Café con Leche, host of Open. Tune in every Friday at 10 a.m. right here on BronxNet.
And welcome back, everybody. Hey, you know, on Friday, July the 4th, Vaughn Harper and Bullion Entertainment will present a First Friday R&B. It's going to be a line dance party. Have you ever been to one? It's going to be nice. And joining us to share more about what we can expect is co-producer Maurice Singleton. He's been here before. Welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Bob. Always good to see you.
Do you have what's that line dance guy that comes in with the microphone and everything?
No, we're gonna have
Kenny D.
We're gonna have Daryl James. You know who Daryl James is?
Daryl James on the ones and twos.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So we're gonna bring the heat with Daryl James.
Yeah, he was my DJ and I was the host when we did the live broadcast from Bentley's back in the day.
There you go.
Not too far back in the day. But that's going to be nice.
Yes.
So July 4th.
July 4th. So we're going to celebrate Independence Day with a line dance and indoor barbecue.
So go in and out with a bang.
Yeah, there we go. So if you don't want to be outside in the heat, come inside.
Where's it going to be?
It's going to be at Mist Harlem on 46 West 116th Street.
116th Street. That's next to where there's a church
African
across
market.
the street, an African market on to the right of it, I believe.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Beautiful. You know, Vaughn Harper is a person I grew up with in radio. We've done a lot of things together in the past.
Yes.
He did the Quiet Storm during the week. I did something called the weekend edition of the Quiet Storm back in the day. And we had a whole lot of fun. We used to have Quiet Storm boat rides. Okay. And I can't tell you everything, but it was a whole lot of fun.
The history is good.
That was radio.
The history is good. The history is good.
And Vaughn taught me a lot also. When I was an intern, Vaughn was working middays. Mm-hmm. I know he was on 12 o'clock. And I was in the music library. I rearranged that whole music library back there.
Okay.
And, you know, coming out of college, they said you should dress right. I had the suit and tie on in there. He said, hey, man. He leaned in and said, hey, man, why don't you loosen up your tie? Take off that tie. I threw that pause in there.
Yeah, that's probably Vaughn.
That's Vaughn Harper.
That's Vaughn.
But, you know, we learned a lot. And Vaughn, is a good guy. He's a legend.
Oh, yes.
Started the Quiet Storm here in New York City.
Yes,
so what's going to happen here? Who's going to be there? What are
we
gonna
have
expect?
several performers. We have a house band with Fred Mack,
Mhm.
Fred Mack Band. Fred is a famous producer. He did some stuff for Madonna. He did some stuff for Janet Jackson, Robin S., the song Show Me Love.
Oh, yeah.
That's Fred and Alan.
Uh-huh.
So we have a lot of entertainment. We always do. This coming 4th, we have Taiko, which is a Japanese jazz singer.
Yeah.
And we also have Duke Jones from Atlantic Star. And we have a new group, Andre Henry, also coming on.
Yeah. Now the guy Tycho, he'll get up there, is shy, but he'll get up there and blow you away. I think where was I? That's the person.
It's a her.
It's a her.
Right, it's a her.
All
Taiko's a her. But
Taiko is
she's
a her.
fabulous. She's an excellent singer, and she's a wonderful performer, and we're going to have some fun with her this Friday.
Yeah. There's another guy like her that will blow you away. He's a soul singer, but you won't think he's a Japanese. You probably heard of him.
Yeah, Vaughn had him one time.
That's probably where I
previously.
saw him. Yeah. And he
I don't
was
recall
like,
his name.
oh,
Yes.
he got it there tore up because people didn't think he was going to
It
sing
sounds
like
a little
that.
bit like Freddie Jackson.
Yeah. I thought that was Tycho. Okay.
Yes.
So you've been in this business for a long time now.
A little while.
Give us a little history.
I think I started in 1984 doing gospel commercials on HBI.
HBI.
Magic and them was on Saturday night.
That's right.
And I was on Sunday morning doing the gospel announcements.
Isn't that something?
Yeah. So I got a little
So you got
time
a little
in.
touch of radio in there, right?
A little bit. I had opportunity to work with Frankie before he passed. Roberta Flack, Vaughn, Wendy. I played around with it a little bit.
Yeah. And these are all people who were part of BLS.
Definite history of BLS.
Yeah. Wendy was there. Now she has her own talk show.
Exactly.
Vaughn is retired, but still doing a lot of things in our community.
Exactly.
You mentioned Roberta Flack. She was a shareholder.
Exactly.
Of WBLS, Inner City Broadcasting Corporation. So
They
it
all
all
had-
had something to do with
They
that.
all had ties to the chairman.
Yeah, that's right.
They all had ties to the chairman, yes.
So that's good. So shout us out. Who's going to be, what's going to happen here?
So we're going to have some fun again. 4th of July is going to be indoor. We're calling it an indoor line dance party barbecue because we're going to have some barbecue food inside because everybody wants to grill and have some fun on the 4th of July. So we're going to try to bring that inside.
Yeah. That's good. What time does it start?
Starts at 7 p.m. Doors open at 7. We're going to probably go to either midnight or 1, depending on how late people want to hang out. But we don't close the door till the last person leaves.
Can I bring the fireworks?
Yes, sir. You just have to use them outside the building. Just have to use them outside.
I wanted to bring some indoor fireworks, though, if you didn't mind.
They can on the dance floor. Yes, you can bring those moves you just did with Phyllis Hyman.
Oh, but those are slow joints,
Okay, we'll mix it up for you.
There you go.
We'll mix it up for you.
Beautiful. Talk about some of the things that you've done in the past, some of the projects that you've worked on.
Wow. Well, I started in radio, then I went to television. I had a chance to work at Channel 5 for a little while. I ventured back into radio because I wanted to do some programming. So I had a chance to do some training. A lot of programmers and talent around the country I had the opportunity to train and give them some basic skills. After I got finished with the management side, I decided to work with talent because I felt that the talent needed the representation that can explain their position to management.
Right. And a lot of times talent don't want to do it themselves, so you need somebody to be like that mouthpiece.
Exactly. And I mean, I had a great experience with Roberta Flack because, she said, the talent needs to be expressed in a certain way. And it was a learning curve for me because I didn't understand how to kind of get that, what she wanted on paper so the corporation can understand what she wanted to do. So that was my job. I had to learn how to do that. And then Frankie took me to a whole nother level.
Frankie will do that to you.
Yes, Frankie Crocker is the master communicator, was the master communicator. I learned a lot. Of course, you learned a lot from Frankie.
Yes.
And, so I bounced back and forth between radio and television production.
Yeah, and a little history on Vaughn. Vaughn was he was a good ball player.
Vaughn was
Boys High in Brooklyn.
Yes, Vaughn was an all-star in Brooklyn at Boys High. All-American at Syracuse. And then after that,
did Rutgers, West 4th Street, and everything.
The history of Vaughn and
Drafted
New
to
York
the
City
Pistons.
basketball. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, he started to do charity work with the Short Shots.
Mhm.
Of course, you know about that.
Yes, yes.
So he tried to take basketball to another level where it can actually help the kids in the community.
Yeah, yeah. And Vaughn, he hurt his knees playing in one of the tournaments, and I guess that that basketball career went this way.
Yeah.
And he was hosting things at Leviticus and a number of other clubs, and that's where Frankie Crocker found him.
Absolutely.
And Frankie was in the audience while he was hosting. He said, "Hey, man, you sound good. You ought to be on radio." And Vaughn Harper said, "Well, give me a job."
Yeah. Well, Vaughn's a unique talent. Vaughn is
and the rest was history.
Vaughn is a rare talent. He actually has the personality of a lovable person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the artists love him. People come in off the street, they love him. He talks to everybody, he embraces everybody. So he has a different kind of skill set from any other talent that I've met.
Yeah.
He has a way to bring people in, draw people in, and I've never seen an artist who doesn't love to be around Mr. Harper.
Yeah. And he shows up to many events and still makes those appearances out in the community.
Yes.
Where's it going to be again? They're wrapping me up.
It's Mist Harlem, 46 West 116th Street. It's called First Fridays, every first Friday of the month.
That's right. So come on down, everybody. It's going to be exciting. Who's going to be there again?
Tycho, Duke Jones from Atlantic Star, and Andre Henry.
And you never know who pops up. All the artists pop up to see Vaughn.
Exactly. That's the key ingredient. People pop up that
All
we
the
don't
personalities,
expect.
the DJs, they all pop up. And Dow James is going to be, if Dow James is on the ones and twos, it's going to be nice.
It's going to be hot.
And if Vaughn's going to be there, hey, you can't miss out on this. Okay?
There you go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it,
Give
Bob.
a big round of applause, everybody. Maurice Singleton, the third. Co-producer, First Fridays, CEO, founder, Digital Broadcast Asset Group. All right, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll have Music Mondays on a set for you. But first, entrepreneurs from around the city came together at the Bronx Beer Hall of Fame. The Beer Hall. It's for a complimentary networking event, and BronxNet correspondent Veronica Goody was there. All right, she brings us a story.
I will relay the message to the mayor of the city of New York that he should come to Arthur Avenue.
Yes!
He should come to the beer garden. This is the original Arthur Avenue right here.
On a beautiful spring day like this one, the Bronx Beer Hall on Arthur Avenue is the perfect place to be. Today with the Bronx Chamber of Commerce and Northeast Community Bank, small business owners are able to enjoy a cold beer while building new partnerships. Every year, the Bronx Chamber holds a series of networking events to bring small business owners together. This year with Northeast Community Bank, they took a new approach and held it at the Bronx Beer Hall. Everyone was able to have a good time and still do business.
I'm enjoying it tremendously. I didn't know what to expect, and I love the environment. It's very different.
The Beer Hall was a great place to have this event, because where else are you going to feel real literally like this?
This is really about small businesses in the Bronx and making sure that we respond to the needs of residents in the Bronx.
For 100 years, the Bronx Chamber's mission has been to provide support to small businesses while strengthening the economy of the Bronx. President Lenny Carroll says that events like these are necessary for the continued success of the Chamber.
It's important that all businesses get together to get to know who they are and what they have to service.
Northeast Bank has been in the community for 30 years providing mortgages to homeowners. Now they want small business owners to know that they can be a lending hand to them as well.
We're also giving back to all the local vendors and that they know we're here and able to support small business to large business.
Old and new members who were just inducted into the Chamber talk about the benefits of being involved with the organization.
Sometimes people who've been doing business for a long time needs to get new faces, meet new people to refresh them, on what's going on in the marketplace. So
networking events such as this one this evening is a great opportunity to connect with other small business owners in the Bronx.
Coming here, I reached out to people that are right in my backyard, so it's nothing for me to walk down the block and come and say, hey, are you still hiring? Are you looking for this person or that? So this worked out wonderful for me.
If you're a small business looking to expand your horizons, you can check out the Bronx Chamber on bronxchamber.org. For BronxNet, I'm Veronica Guiti.
And welcome back, everybody. Now it's time for Music Mondays. Here we go. With lyrics described as honest, subtle, and strong, today's Music Monday stage features the dynamic sounds of singer-songwriter O'Dane Wilby. Give him a big round of applause. Yes, indeed. Here we go.
Two of us have a lot to see. On the side, let's darken through the windows of our being. What are we waiting for? The skies within our reach. I couldn't ask for more. Just hope that you agree. And if you say yes this time, I won't say no. I'll hold your hand, yes, and I won't let you go. No, no, 'cause eye to eye is where we'll see the brighter side, yes, of you and me. I hope that you agree. The two of us have a lot to be, yeah. Here and there, where time is never free. What are we searching for? You're the ocean and I'm your beach. Together we're more than sure. Together we're free, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. And if you say yes this time, I won't say no. I'll hold your hand, yes, and I won't let you go. Oh, no, no, 'cause eye to eye is where we'll see, yeah, the brighter side, yeah, of you and I hope that you agree. So take this walk with me to the place when souls complete, when love was meant to be. So please say yes and don't say no. Hold my hand, yeah, and don't let go. No, 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 'cause eye to eye, yeah, is where we'll see, ooh, the brighter side of mine, of you and me. I hope that you agree.
Songwriter O'Dane Wilby. Yes, indeed. You will be if you're not already great. Better than the way Tony Tiger said it. Who are some of your major influences? 'Cause you have a flavor about you. Go ahead.
Oh man, yeah. Last time I was here,
First person that comes to mind is gospel singer Fred Hammond. Then I got ranges from everything, Radiohead and Rob Thomas. I mean, a whole bunch of people come to mind when I think about, oh my God, everybody. I'm really influenced by everything.
Yeah, when you get deeply involved in this, what is it all about? I mean, why do you do this?
People, man. I think it's just all about people and being able to connect, you know, just reaching in from inside and just being able to reach out to people and seeing how what you've gone through and what you're singing about can really connect with somebody and really change just their day or something. You know, it's a beautiful thing. Yeah.
What are some of the things you like to focus on when you write or you sing?
Life.
The things that are happening in life.
Yeah. It's the focus.
Beautiful. And what got you started into this?
I'm a church rat. I always say that I'm a church rat. You know, my pastor's pastor, my grandfather's a pastor, and I just started playing music in the corner, and that's what we did.
Yeah. You didn't want to do gospel?
Yeah, I do gospel. Actually, what I'm here promoting is Saturday, July 5th at the Bruckner Bar and Grill in the Bronx. In the Bronx, we are doing a thing called Theology, and it basically is a celebration of gospel, Christian music and gospel music.
I like it.
Just you know, the showcase that crosses the boundaries that have been kind of, I would say, by the industry kind of given, like, you know, gospel music uses like, oh, this is black people music, and then Christian music they'll say it's like white folk music, but it's like it's all the same thing. We're talking about the same Savior and stuff like that, and so decided that we should try to do something that celebrates the whole thing, and it's not just music; it's the arts all together, spoken word, dance, and all that.
Together. I like it. So where's that located?
At the Bruckner Bar and Grill. That's 1 Bruckner Boulevard. In the Bronx, New York. I don't know the zip code.
Yeah.
I just moved to the Bronx.
That's all right. Well, you're a Bronxite now. So you've been doing this, your genre can cross up just a little bit, right? Because you got into gospel and then... I do it all. I write about life, and I write about from my experience and from my heart, and so I am what I am, and the music comes out that way it is. I am the great I am, and you deal with the great I am. Yes, indeed. What church did you go to?
I go to Born Again United in New Rochelle, New York. My father's a pastor out there, so
there you go.
Yeah.
Want to big up everybody out there?
Yeah,
big shout out.
Shout out to New Rochelle, New Road in the house, and the church over there, and everybody out there. I know I think the daughter sings, right?
Yeah,
I saw her in Mount Vernon. Man, she's dope.
And she's gonna sing with you on the 12th.
Okay.
Because we're going to ask you to come down and make an appearance. We're doing a health fair. Cool. We're going to try to get you involved in that.
Dope. I'd love to be there.
I just didn't tell you about it.
Cool. Very
Give
cool.
him a big round of applause, everybody, or they will be.
Thank you.
Website?
ReverbNation.com, OWCT music.
ReverbNation.com?
/OWCT music, yeah.
There you go. All right.
Google me. And
we love what you do, man. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So much.
Thank you for having me.
You got one more song for us?
Yeah.
All right, let me rock this and you rock that, all right? Right after you follow my lead. Right after, I'm going to slide out like that. After I finish this, and you can... All right, give him another big round of applause, everybody. Dane will be. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's show. I'd like to thank our guests, you, for joining us. And for tuning in and checking it all out. If you missed any part of today's show, you can tune into the Recablecast at 5 and 10 p.m. or watch anytime on the web, bronxnet.org, or you can catch an all-new episode Wednesday at 10 a.m. with our main man, Darren Jaime. For all of us here at BronxNet, have a great and enjoyable day, and always remember this. What you are is God's gift to you, and what you make of yourself is your gift to God, so choose your choice and let your choice control the chooser. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee. I'll catch you on right after the Quiet Storm tonight on 107.5 WBLS. Peace. Have a great and enjoyable day. Love you.
Time to put your money where your mouth is changed, talking dreams and schemes and all it brings. Drink us like water so we can be born again, so we are born like rain. broken. Give but never give. Wake up. Shit, there's so much to discover on the flip side of your covers. Listen to a world of wonder. Say, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Say what you dream of again, caving with frustration. Gotta find my way out, gotta get beyond the down. We were born to die, it seems, and trailer for reality. But I'd rather waste a war to see my dreams be